Right, hello. Today we're going completely unplanned, as you may have noticed by the fact that I haven't drawn the curtains behind me. So there's just big white. Look, wow, that's our sunny living room. Well, today I just thought I'd just give a general bit of an update really, because since my last entry I was talking quite a lot there about the guide dogs thought they found me a dog called Jenny. Well, unfortunately, after 2 matching visits, it's turned out she's not the right dog for me. She's basically she's too small because I'm rather tall. So that's a little bit sad, but I completely understand the reasons why. So it's fine. I'm just back on the waiting list, as it were. In the meantime, my glasses have broken. Really not good. Really not good. And so I actually got new glasses. I think there may be a video of me with new glasses on somewhere, but I don't think it will ever make its way onto Ouch. That's pretty sure. And I got my new ones, and unfortunately they have changed the lenses for the bifocal, and it's a case that I will just never get used to them, so they've got to change them back to my older prescription. Which is a bit of a pain in the backside, because being partially sighted and having the prescription I have and the glasses I have, which normally look a lot better than this, by the way, it basically means that I've got to wait about another 12 weeks for my glasses to arrive, and in the meantime I have to put up with looking like this. I really hate these glasses so much, and I keep turning the wrong way towards the camera. Sorry. I'm struggling with webcam orientation. I'm struggling to get myself in the webcam straight because the way I sit and the way I look to see the computer. So I apologise right now that I'm always at an angle. I think it's always going to happen. Sorry. Okay, more on the update thing. Well, actually no, I'm not going to talk about it. But I was reading an article the other day by a guy called Nick. I can't remember his second name, but it was published in the Guardian on the 10th of January, and I'm looking at it for my comms key skills coursework. But in it, he's talking about access for wheelchair users and all this kind of thing. And I realised, while I was reading it, that, you know, they're making cash machines lower so wheelchair users can get to them and access them adequately and everything. Well, I have always, for years and years and years, found it so much harder to access a cash machine that's been lowered for a wheelchair user because I'm quite tall. It makes my life harder. But I've always thought, you know what, it's for wheelchair users. I can cope with it if it's making something better for someone else, you know. If it means they can reach the cash machine and see it and operate it, then, you know, okay, I have to bend down a bit further, but I'll get over it. But in his article, it's interesting enough, he finds that lowered cash machines and lowered cash desks are completely useless because there's not enough legroom for him to swing his wheelchair around to get to them. And, you know what, the guy's got a point, and it's like, I've been suffering with cash machines lowered so that people with wheelchairs can use them, and you guys can't use them anyway. Why? Someone needs to tell the banks this. So they really do. It's just bizarre. And locally, for example, we've got a new shopping centre, and it was brand new shopping centre built just a few years ago. And excuse me. And the shopping and the cash machines that have been put in there literally are about my knee height. Okay, right. Well, I'm just under 6 foot tall, so the fact that they come up to my knee, I have actually before, when the light was bad as well, I've had to kneel down to use the cash machine, and you know, it's just it's cold on the floor kneeling. So it's one of them things. Only just struck me, and just like, why? It also struck me this week, surprisingly enough, that I am indeed a teenager with a mental health condition. Yeah, I have blogged about this. There's a post called Depressing Depression Statistic. Yeah, try saying that. And written by me this week. And in there, I'm just like, it suddenly hit me this week because I was fobbed off prior to my actual diagnosis of depression with, you're just a teenager, and other various excuses such as that. Sorry, I don't know what's up with me, I just suddenly started yawning. And in it, it's just like, so the average age for someone to be diagnosed with depression is 44. I was 18. I'm now 19. it's a bit worrying. So I've just got a whole article about that and like stuff like that I wrote. Yeah. And then also highlighting me in the blog again. I will mention some other people one day, but this is mostly just a shameless plug, I think. I also had a floor incident the other day. Yes, indeed, I fell over. The problem is my ankle. That sums it up, really, I think. With my weird bones, bilateral twisted tibia syndrome, and all that jizz going on, it's just like, I was walking down the road the other day. My ankle just turned on its own. Didn't even hurt. Didn't even notice I'd done it until my face hit the floor. No, my face didn't actually hit the floor, but my knee did. Ooh, I have a big bruise and a graze, and I think I landed on a stone because there's a bit of it like missing, and so I'm feeling sorry for myself. It is a week later, and I do still have the bruise and the graze, which is still healing. So yeah, I guess I'm just slow in the healing department. Yeah. So yeah, and actually the most traumatic thing of the whole experience is I put an elbow through my pizza. Through the pizza. Not good. It was a frozen pizza, so it was only kind of like dented a bit, kind of like that, sort of round. Yeah, I can't do this. There's no good way of doing this with a webcam. But it was round instead of being flat. Instead of being flat, it was round. Okay. So that was quite traumatic. And also I got blood and mud all over my trousers. And you know what my mum said? Because I was with my mum at the time. Do you want to take the dog for a walk on our way home? And I was like, I'm covered in blood and mud. My knee hurts. I'm limping. No, I don't want to take the dog for a walk. And she thought I was being grumpy. And she just gave me no sympathy. I got no sympathy until I got a hug when she came home. Eventually I got a hug out of her. I was like, need sympathy. But anyway, I have to go back to college today. This is me. I'm like, I have 2 free periods because the college needs to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, I'm actively saying this on the internet. I'm not going to name and shame my college, but I'm irritated by them currently. Their website is completely inaccessible to visually impaired students, and their internal website this is. Their external one isn't great either, but their internal one is now completely inaccessible to me and another visually impaired student, and nothing is being done about it since September, when I started telling them how to make it accessible. So that's great. But I'm seriously annoyed at college at the moment because I've had no study skills sessions. Like, basically study skills is a session where you're one-on-one with a teacher, basically, to help you with your work if you've got disability or dyslexia or something like that. And mine has been cancelled 3 weeks running. It's to the point where this week it wasn't even put in the book to be organised. So I've got no idea what's going on, but I just know I'm not getting any support at college at the moment, with the exception of LSAs and lessons, obviously, but I'm not getting any help outside of lessons, so I've got to sort that out. And yeah, I've been ill. Though I think that's my excuse for yawning. Yeah, I've been ill, but I'm feeling better now. I'm going away this weekend, so I must be well. So for now, I will see you later.